continued, we assemble the CPU part. For motherboard, we use Gigabyte brand. With type Aorus Elite B560. For motherboard appearance, please see friend. Okay, this is the best of the B560 chipset. For LAN and audio seems to use Realtek driver. There are two M2 NVMe slots. For SATA slots, there are 6. On the back, there are various types of USB ports. There is a complete audio port and LAN port. Okay, let's first install the NVMe SSD. Here are two M2 slots as SSD places. We first determine the location of the M2 slot for this SSD. SSD is PNY brand. With PCIe Gen 3 times port specification. If we look at the diagram, in the M2 slot above it is managed by the CPU. While the M2 slot below is managed by the B560 chipset. Here also says it supports Gen 3 times 4. Meaning, we just install this PNY SSD here. I will not install this SSD in the top slot. Even though it says M2 above can use SSD Gen 3 or Gen 4. Actually, I could have installed above. Because of the processor we use, PCIe is still Gen 3. However, it depends on the match between processor and SSD. Some are acceptable and some are rejected or eligible. M2 slot above is a bit faster, but must be paid with hot temperature. That's why the M2 above is given a heatsink. So we will cost durable only. We will install this PNY SSD in the bottom M2 slot. Okay, SSD is installed. I will install the remaining SSD screw too. Just install it, friends. If it is severed later, it will be lost and hard to find. Next, we install the processor. Note the position of indentation of the edge of the processor. Adjust the position of the indentation on the socket, then plug it in properly. If it fits immediately, lock it like this. After that, we install the heatsink fan. Set all fan hooks by pulling up and turning right. After that, insert the 4 fan hooks into the holes. Make sure the 4 white leg hooks have entered the holes. When all entered, press the hook crosswise like this. After it is installed correctly, also attach the fan cable to the motherboard in the CPU fan pin position. Next, we install RAM DDR4. After all components are installed on the motherboard, we attach this unit to the casing. At first, we first install the mounting bolts for the motherboard. Just adjust the position of the screw with the screw hole from the motherboard. After it's ready, immediately attach the motherboard unit to the casing. Lock all hole position with the screw provided. After motherboard is installed, the next step is to install the PSU modular cable. For the installation, position like this. Regarding the position of the cable installation, I assume friends already know. If you don't already know, please look in your motherboard manual.